Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Total Truth Show. And here on the Total Truth Show, we want to help you break free from the lies and propaganda of the mainstream media. All the disinformation and misinformation, we want to help you blast through all of that. And my name is Ken Kleinberg, coming to you all the way from the USA, San Diego, California.
And I'm Aldwyn Altuney, known as the Media Queen from the Gold Coast in Australia.
There is a great awakening happening in the world right now, and you're going to want to come along for the ride.
A lot of lies are coming to the surface. There's a lot of awakening happening. And as this awakening is happening, people realize they've been deceived for years. They've been lied to for years around all sorts of things. A lot of people have been blind to what has been going on in the world, and now they're starting to see. They're starting to see things in a different light.
Through our show, we want to raise global consciousness to quantum critical mass. And we don't want you just to accept the things that we're saying. That goes for our guests as well. We want you to do the research for yourself. Get out there and start questioning things. Start looking things up. Do the research. We want to pave the way for a new awakened world. And we want you to come along for the ride. So with that, let's get started, you guys. Let's dive into today's episode. Once again, welcome.
Yes, welcome to Total Truth Show, episode 68, The Truth About Chi Gong. And this is going to be a fantastic episode. We've got one of the best in the world with us today, Master Teresa Yeung, all the way from Canada. Hello, Teresa.
Hi, everyone.
And, of course, my amazing co-host from San Diego, Ken Kleinberg. How are you today, Ken?
Doing great. How about you?
Fantastic. Thank you. Fantastic. And thank you to everyone who's joining us right now. I can see you there on Instagram. We've got Darlene Geiger here. We've got Cancer to Wellness. We've got Raza Hussein joining us. And on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, wherever you're joining us from. Let us know, where are you in the world right now? Let us know in the comments. Where are you in the world right now? And what do you want to learn today about Chi Gong? What do you want to learn? Now, Master Teresa Yeung, a little bit about Master Teresa, and then we're going to actually show you a little demonstration of Chi Gong, because a lot of people are probably wondering what this is all about. Now, Teresa is a rare female generational Chi Gong master, as 99% are actually men. And she's been teaching Chi Gong for 29 years. She's a 3-time #1 international best-selling award-winning author, speaker, and trainer, as well as the founder of Pure Land International Chi Gong, a Canadian registered private Chi Gong institution. In 2023, she presented with her daughter Jacqueline at the Science of Tai Chi and Qigong as a Whole Person Health, a landmark conference organized by Osher Center for Integrative Medicine, jointly based with the Harvard Medical School and Brigham and Women's Hospital 2023. Their presentation focused on Qigong to improve vision and Qigong for menopausal transition. Master Teresa is the leading successor of Grandmaster Wise Hao Wu's lineage, who has positively impacted millions of people. She's also a provider of continuing education, professional development activities, accredited by the National Certification Commission for Acupuncturists and Oriental Medicine in the US. Welcome, Teresa.
Hey, I'm excited.
So excited.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. It's fantastic. And we actually met on an Easy Way pitch party. So shout out to Eric Zulli and the Easy Way team, because that's how we met online. And you actually did a bit of Qigong on me. And it's amazing how you can heal people from great distances with Qigong if you really channel this amazing energy. And so I'd love for those who don't know what Qigong is about, could you please share what is Qigong?
Qigong is energy practice. You know, people will be doing acupuncture, for instance, and then someone is putting a needle on. So it is an energy practice too, acupuncture. But then when we practice Qigong, it's like, I like to have the effect of moving the energy along meridians, acupoints, but I am the one in charge of the practice. I could be moving, I could be thinking, and it will go around the body or a specific part of the body. and it will influence the acupoint, just similar to acupuncture and beyond. The beyond is interesting.
Okay, and we can do a little demonstration now. Can we show people what this is all about?
Okay, awesome. So I will ask people, if you are driving, you have to stop the car, right? Okay. Okay, you can meditate and you don't close your eyes and relax, right? Okay, so give you a minute to stop the car. Okay. Now, so when I first learned Qigong, Qi means energy, Gong means work, a practice. So there's something to practice. So we will do some relaxation, breathe in and out, and then have movements. Since we are on a show, relaxing will be falling asleep. We don't want anyone to fall asleep now. I want you to be awake and listen, right? So we just do some movement, and that should be funny. For instance, we can be raising a hand or raising two hands and bringing a hand down. So this movement seems, nice. But if we do energy practice, we will think about, what do I want to do? I want to think about picking up nice energy, pick up energy as I'm moving my hand. And as turning my hand, I can be try to feel the energy under my hand. What is here? So I maybe want to connect with my body, my physical body, or for instance, I maybe had a meal and the meal is making me very full, right? Oh, so heavy. So when I do the movement, I can be adding a thought about maybe relaxing my digestive system. Breathe in. Relax my digestive system, which is here. Right? So it's like I am beyond the movement I want to feel myself. What am I right now? Oh, if I feel bloated, then can I relax this bloating feeling, for instance? Or I can need a little stretch, like, I have been sitting on the computer, I need a stretch. So besides the stretching, we will be thinking about reaching to the universe, reach out. So reach out. Well, besides reaching out, then we have the meridians in the arm. There are 6 of them. So when we are slow, then the body will be connected with my physical body. And my mind is moving into reaching for more. And I can be dropping down my arms. Of course, you can't go up all the time, dropping the arms. So it's like a fitness exercise, but with the mindset is changing to releasing. But I also want more energy. I want more energy. I am releasing. I'm flowing my energy in my body along the meridians, channels. It can be a good way to reduce stress, right, for the day. So we can be doing something which is so little, could be putting the hand on the back of the body, just like that. Your hand is always in front of the computer like this, or cell phone like that. So isn't it nice to put the hand to a different position? The body needs exercise, right? And I can be like bouncing the body, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just bouncing. So trampoline shakes, right? So it's like I'm shaking the body to improve circulation. So see if you feel better, Ken, in a minute. How is it going, Ken? Okay.
It's going good.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
If we add more visualization to it, then I will say when my foot, boom, right, drop to the floor, I will have an intention of releasing to the floor, like to Mother Earth, boom, to Mother Earth, right? 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3. So if you're into training yourself to balance better, then you can stay up longer. And then you can tippy toe, and then later. So we believe the energy needs to flow. So when things flow, then it will not be stuck. Right? So physically, we can be feeling stuck. Physical pain, health problems, feel stuck, right? We feel emergency to fix some health problems. But the Qigong gives you a way to have a lifestyle that you practice with a teacher's back. And then you have the intention opening up your lung. Your lung need to be open. Some people could have short of breath problem, especially we say during the COVID, the lung become a big concern. The lung here, and then we close our hand in front of the computer. We close the lung, the heart lung, close all the time, the whole day like this. Then we will do something like open arms, closing arms. So breathe in if we want. Breathe out. We do nose breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. So if we want more exercise, training the body more, we can raise our arm to higher to the breast height, higher, so that, but then we don't raise the shoulder, sink it down. So about here, so it'll be affecting your heart chakra, right? The heart lung is right here. So I'm breathing in and breathing up. I can also be, say, turn down my hand to do. Breathing in, breathing in. Just relax. So that could be a quick practice. How are you doing right now?
That was great. Thank you, Teresa. I love that. How are you finding that? Those joining us here live, great to see you there. We've got Mei Lin Kwan joining us, Dane Adamo see you. Elaine Kardash Designs, Charles, Kids Canada, Kimmy Mack, XORCXO have joined us on Instagram. We've got Kids Canada also here on YouTube. It says Master Teresa has been generously supporting our kids here in Canada and Uganda. The students mentor our youth leaders and women's groups using Chi Gong for physical and mental health support. We've got Julie Tirakian. Hello, good to see you from Michigan in the US. Anthony Collis on LinkedIn. Thank you for bringing this information to us. Thank you so much for joining us live. Hey, Dane, good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, that was awesome, Teresa. That was just really a taste test, and we could keep going with this. Now, I have a question around that. Is it important to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose when you're doing Qigong, or it doesn't matter so much?
Like breath work is a training process. So there are many ways of doing breath work so that the brain will act differently. So in general, we use the nose. The joke of the town is we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. I guess we should be talking less.
And 2 nostrils.
Breathing help to keep the mouth moist, right? So, yeah, does that make sense?
So it's interesting. 1 nose and 2 sides of the nostril, which is interesting. So maybe we should breathe more, twice as much in through the nose.
There are many things about breath work. Even put one, cover one of your nose, and then breathe out, and then feel energy flowing by doing different things. It's a very interesting process. The brain, the heart, they rely on oxygen, right? So when you're breathing in deeply, we have to slow down the breath to do breathing deeply. 1, 2, 3. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. And then when you breathe out a little bit slower, then you can feel your lung, right? So our lung is not being used 30%. With very shallow breathing in general. Take a breath. So 1 minute, 1 minute you breathe many breaths already. But then when we do Qigong, we want to slow down the breath into, well, at least like say roughly 7 seconds for breathing in, and maybe 7, 9 seconds for breathing out. Let's just try this for experiencing. So you can feel the lung is filling up the air differently, and you can feel you breathe in. Let's say you breathe out. So it may feel a bit boring to slow down the breath. We just can't allow the time to slow down in life. We are usually have things we want to do. That's what it means by concern or worry about things, right? And then that will mean anxiety. Anxiety is worrying about things not done properly. Concern, anxiety. So like this. That means you're frightened. There's an alert, alarm, right? So when we want to heal the body, then I always like to say, if people do have to go to the hospital, no matter people are walking in, once they're in the hospital, what do they do, Ken? What do they do when they go in the hospital? What do they do, Ken? People walk into the hospital. They get
usually
admitted.
The first thing that they do when you walk into a hospital, if there's something wrong with you, the very first thing they do is they hook you up to an IV because most people are dehydrated. Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. And then later on, if people get admitted, then what do? They go to the room, and then what do? Once they're giving them the room, is they don't say give a room, they say give a bed. They give you a bed in a hospital, or you got a bed now. What does that mean? We need to lie in bed. That's what it means. You lie in bed by going to the hospital so that you can lie in a bed.
Right.
People don't lie in a bed at home. They're working non-stop, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but then when we are not well, we lie in bed.
True.
Oh, so why do I need to lie in bed when I'm not well, but not lie in bed sooner? So what it means is, lie in bed means what? Owen, right? What does it mean, lie in bed?
Well, I know in yoga we do at the end of yoga we sort of get into this shavasana pose, right? Which is where you basically lie like a corpse. It's like a corpse pose.
Lie down.
You lie flat, right? So when you lie in bed, you're rejuvenating, right? You're rejuvenating your body. You're resting. You're in the rest and digest pose.
What it means is no cell phone, no computer.
No cell phone. Yes.
Don't check on things, lie down, right? That's what I mean. Do nothing. And then it go back to doing nothing. But then the nothing, isn't it when you do the nothing thing, do Chi Gong practice, right? So you heal yourself when you're resting, but might as well do some Chi Gong at the same time, so that the time will be used more efficiently than just sleeping.
Right.
Sleeping is very interesting. People don't sleep well these days. Do you agree?
Yes.
That's true. Very much.
So, and then people understand if they don't sleep well, they will have less energy, right? They understand that, right?
Yeah.
That's why there's a drug called sleeping pill, right?
Yes, people take sleeping pills. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which we don't need.
When we practice enough of the breath work of the Qigong with some movements, etc., then it's like organizing your whole, it's your ecology really, about organizing your thoughts, your mind, grounding your energy, go back to peace, breathe in, breathe out. Go back to peace, and there'll be less anxiety or no anxiety if you even just start with 10 minutes practice. And then you can be practicing lying down and make yourself fall asleep.
I love that. It's so powerful, isn't it? The simple things in life are often the best, they say, right? The simple things in life are often the best. Now, how often do we complicate things? This is where a lot of people get into stress and anxiety because they are so worried about what they've done in the past or what might come in the future instead of being fully present in the moment. And that's something I find a beautiful thing with Chi Gong is it brings you to the present moment.
So example is nice. We have a student. She was under care for diabetes and try to control the diabetes, the eating, that how to eat and when to eat and what to eat and etc. And then the heart also has high blood pressure and that. And then because of the anxiety, I would say trying to figure out how to control your sugar level, you have a hard time sleeping because you're so worried about each hour you are eating and how's your blood sugar and that. It's the anxiety. So what happened is the practice of Qigong helped her to fall asleep. And then once she had an hour and a half Qigong with a woman's Qigong we were doing at the time, that night she could sleep. Oh my God. Then the whole system starts to change because you finally relax enough, you can sleep. So all the effort you put into how to eat, controlling this, controlling that, become, we say, working better together. after all, we need to heal by sleeping, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one contribution is sleeping. So if people want to fall asleep with me, with the Chi Gong, the YouTube has some videos on that too. But the thing is, we don't sleep because we are disconnecting, I would say, with our system. So I cannot control my body to say, just go to sleep, lie in bed and sleep. My mind keep on going for other things. What happened today? What do I have to do tomorrow? Did I say the same thing? Why did that person say that? And all the things that was happening in my mind. So 29 years ago, before I started Qigong, I could not sleep well too. I wasn't well before I started doing Qigong. One of the problems is having trouble sleeping because you have to spend one whole hour to think about what you did today. Or did I turn on the stove? Did I turn on the light in the kitchen? My God, those stuff, right? All those little things that woman, so did I clean them? Or did I prepare things tomorrow? Extra, I don't know. It's just stupid stuff, really. You know you did them, but it's doing your checklist, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're doing your checklist because you do not want to make mistakes.
Yeah, and often people can be so hard on themselves, can't they? These conversations, these 60,000 thoughts a day that we have, and 98% of the same thoughts we had yesterday, and 80% are negative for most people. So it's actually half the thing is just getting conscious to our thoughts. And are you lifting yourself up with your thoughts, or are you putting yourself down? And, things like Qigong help you come to the present moment and realize that you are amazing just as you are, and that we have this universal energy within us. I mean, that's how I see Qigong, as a way that you can access this universal energy, God, source, soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it, access that and to I guess, channel that energy. That is how I see it. You can channel that energy and access that energy and bring it into your present being and bring it into your consciousness. What are your thoughts around that, Teresa, around bringing the universal energy and consciousness into our field?
Well, the consciousness is a nice word.
Right.
When people spiritual, they can appreciate a word. Raise consciousness. Raise what? Being more conscious. Being more conscious is important, mean more present. So the practice of the Qigong, because it is happening right at your practice, right? You're right there. So you are present with your own breath. You're present with your intention. You're practicing how to let go, how to think about good intention, good Qi. So at the time, so that's why a good leader is important, because when someone leads you, so I'm leading you, I give you instruction, then you follow my instruction, then it's easier for you to put your busy mind to the side as you're listening to the instruction of the teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then at that time, because you return to peace and all of that, then at the end of a nice Qigong class, you will actually sometimes realize the problem you are facing right now is actually solvable. Then it's less stressful than before the class, because your energy raises, we say, raising to a higher vibration, less worry to more peace, right? Qigong is peaceful. The worry is, scared. So you're raising to a calmer energy, and then you feel calmer. Then all of a sudden you see all the problems you are facing. Yeah, there are things to worry, but you are less worried because you raise your consciousness. That's why I'm raising it up to a level more at peace, right? So I changed my eyeglasses to a nicer, clearer pair of eyeglasses. Then I see the problem different. And then if you have a good teacher like Ken and Aldwyn, you already get guidance how to solve the problem. But then you are using a more calmer energy to listen to guidance, right? and then it works better.
I love that. I think that calm energy is so important. And I do find, having been in the media for 40 years in one way or another, I have found that I have had in the past this high adrenaline, almost like an addiction to adrenaline. And I've been very conscious of it because I have found myself at many times getting into overwhelm, feeling stressed and anxious, piling my plate with so many things, like just doing so much that I tend to create this stress for myself in a way. It's a self-perpetuating thing. And so even though I have a lot to do, and I'm sure a lot of people joining us are entrepreneurs, and we'll always have a lot to do as entrepreneurs, what I find is when I get into flow state, when I relax my consciousness and relax my state, and I play relaxation music in the background while I'm working, and I find that when I'm in that flow state, I just get things done so much quicker. I'm more effective, I'm more productive, I have so much more ease and grace about how I'm doing whatever needs to be done. I find it absolutely gold. And just getting conscious to, am I being stressed right now about anything? And in a moment, in a heartbeat, we can shift it, right? We can shift it and we can come into this peaceful place and we can have flow at any point. We can access that. However, if we have conditioning for a long time that we've been in this high adrenaline mode, where we've had high stress and high anxiety for many years, a lot of people are just not even conscious that they're actually doing life that way. So for those who aren't conscious right now, Teresa, of actually that they're constantly in stress or anxiety and they're actually not conscious of it, they just think that's how life is. And we've been conditioned by the media, of course. We've been conditioned to live in drama by the media, right? This is there's been a lot of programming and channeling that has been happening through the media to have people live like this. So what do you say to those people to sort of help them ease into a more peaceful, flowing, loving life?
Well, thank you. People, I said people need encouragement. So, and people need to give themselves a chance, right? So people said, give me a chance. So if people want to give themselves a chance, so I haven't done Qigong before. So will you give yourself a chance? Because you already know breath work is helpful. Mindfulness is nice. Yoga practices is nice. You're aware that people are doing, say, Tai Chi, and they are nice. But then the practice of Qigong is actually a combination of all of them. So do you want to be happier? Do you want your life to be different, a bit easier? Then you can give yourself a chance to do Qigong. We have free classes online. You can join too. A chance, right? We like to give you a chance because I was given the chance. So the story might help people is when I was 20 years old, I actually had tuberculosis, lung disease. I was contagious, like COVID. I was contagious. I actually literally threw up blood one night, a few times. I was only 20. So because of that, my health always not good until I was, I would say, almost 20 years later, that when I met Qigong, then it helped me to get my health back. So as a mother, we have children to take care. It was really stressful. I have 3 of them at a time. And I got sick all the time. Every month, someone in the family is sick. I have very weak immunity, hay fever, stomach problem, leg cramp, back pain, migraine, cannot sleep. Wow, the list actually go on. So it's really, that's why I wrote the book, Life Force, Miraculous Power of Qigong. I'm talking a bit about my life. So Qigong brought the energy back to me. Basically, as we said already, it helped me to relax. And it helped me to sleep better, eat better, digest the food better. And then gradually, all the problems just slowly disappear by itself. But it's not that there's nothing to do, it's commitment. So I commit myself a Qigong practice every day. Then in 9 months, a lot of things changing already. I could sleep. My brain is going away. Digestion is better. And a lot of things, that wasn't happening before. It's actually happened, but it wasn't too exciting because you want more miracle faster, right? Miracle. It's happening, but it's not very patient too. Although you're doing it, not very patient. And so it's nice I keep doing, but just wish there are faster method. Do you want miracles? The miracles, right? So I didn't know Qigong could be miraculous at the time. I just thought it's working. So what happened is I have a hamster, hamster, and the leg's swollen up. And then because Qigong supposed to do it external healing, just like we send energy like this remotely online too. And then it's supposed to clean swelling. And I asked my teacher hey, can you do this? Then I saved my medical bill for the hamster, right? Wow, literally 15 minutes, I can see the swelling coming down. The hamster is really tiny. So the chi we send to a human being is huge. But the hamster, they only need a little bit of energy. That's why we can do animal healing. Wow, it's actually coming down. That's when I see you don't know that is what's happening inside your body. But as you can see how healing works, then you can actually transfer that my body is healing like that.
Mm.
Oh, then maybe I'll keep doing. But I'll just keep doing anyway. So I did get better. But then if I go on my story, then we'll talk about the journey of a single mother, right? So I guess a lot of people are single parent these days. Well, that's the other. Why is that? I guess we are so brave to say we don't like that. Before they all think we are not allowed to separate, but these days people doesn't work. Then they will say, "I'll get out of this," right?
Yes, marriage, divorce, right?
Yeah, but then a single parent is actually challenging for man or woman is because of a sudden, but people do it anyways these days. We have that courage to do it. So what happened to me? Something happened in my life that all the money disappears. They were lost, right? And I become a single mother and 3 kids to take care. And at the time, a very stressful time, when you lost all the money, your house, cars in your life, then all of a sudden you have 3 children to take care. Then you have to make a decision to how to take care, to raise the kids, right? Where did the money come from? And I only have high school too. So I haven't worked for 6 years, so what am I going to do? So I did get another job very quickly, a job selling mattress. I actually know mattress because I was selling it. And then it didn't help very much because the most it would just help to pay the rent, right? And then what about all the rest? So that's why Qigong is actually the other thing. It helped me to have the courage to be a single mother and raise the kid the way you want, right? I think people need courage these days. So my story is I decided with my teacher, since Qigong helped my health already, and I thought if I can earn some money from Qigong, then I can raise the children and at the same time taking care of my own health because my health is not good, right? So how can I work a lot when my health is so-so? So the Qigong gets some money coming in and that would be nice. So that's a part-time I was doing more. And then gradually the part-time become the full-time.
Amazing.
And then I'm doing it internationally. Oh, hi, Julie. Hi, Julie is here.
Julie's here. She says, I used to have difficulty sleeping in the past. This is no longer a problem since practicing Qigong daily. Thank you, Julie.
Hi, Julie. Yeah, Julie, thank you for your comment. So people just really need encouragement. So Qigong helped me and I went through that difficult time. bringing some money to raise my children. We have a very simple life, it's just meeting some bills and that. But then such a beautiful thing, we thought, shouldn't Chi Gong go out more, right? Let people Australia or San Diego to know about it, or maybe help the single parent to realize they can balance themselves, handle the emotions, handle being a single mother. You can still build a career. You can get a better job. We say you can come back. You can bounce back. So bouncing back, you can bounce back. So now I'm a senior now. So, and I still continue sharing here and there just to tell people they can come back with some Qigong practice, right? And a woman, you are not alone. We understand how difficult to be a single mother and went through the menopause and etc. But then Qigong also provide you the energy to come back and have, to be a successful entrepreneur, a businesswoman. Get the energy back when you're in your midlife, do the things you want to do in your life. You need energy, and Qigong provides that.
Yeah, for men too, right? For men too. I have a question around the difference between Chi Gong and Tai Chi and meditation. What's the difference with those three things?
Very good. So let's talk about meditation first. So in general, I will ask people, because there are many kinds of meditation, so they all have their value. And then I ask them, how much time are you spending in meditation, right? Because there are many kinds of meditation, so they have great value. So all great leaders in the world, they all meditate. So meditate could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or could be half an hour, or 3 hours. So I ask them, how long are you meditating? Then I'll ask them what result they are getting from the meditation, because not sitting around. So what are you trying to achieve in your meditation? Because when people are meditating, depends which way they are doing it. It doesn't mean they will heal their health problems, because it's how to move the energy to create that space for healing. So when you're meditating, you can be just trying to experience for the spiritual part, or you are actually meditating to connect with your body, right? So the Qigong practice is meditating, getting Qi, universal energy, but bringing it to your body. So we're not trying to leave the body in meditation. We're trying to connect a Qigong meditation. My physical body, my digestion, my kidneys, my liver, even the sexual organs, and trying to do things in a meditation with movements in general. And then the Tai Chi has, Tai Chi we like Tai Chi. So, and then we can be moving arm, like it's nice. So Tai Chi has more movements, and then the movement usually will involve moving the leg and go out. You can be moving, and then you can be moving, and that, which is a lovely, we call it like a martial arts exercise. It's good. It's very good for the joints. But then I would not be using that if I don't have time for it, because if I want to run a set of movements, it will easily take half an hour, if not 45 minutes, and I have spent months to try to remember what's next. So after this, what do I do? My hand here, and how's my leg is going to move, and how's my arms going to move? So if we are using it for healing purposes, everything heals. But the thing is, I don't have a lot of time. I'm actually in urgency to fix say a digestive problem, for instance, then a meditation with something to do about digestion may actually happen in a way, giving you the result faster. Because we were talking about at the beginning, Chi Gong is like the meridians, acupuncture, similar idea, but we can be focusing on digestion. So I can be, say for example, I could be think about moving my abdomen and bring it in, try to move this energy here for digestion. So I only maybe have one movement. Say example, I only busy with one movement, the relaxation, one movement, another movement. So in general, a Qigong practice could be starting from a minimum, say eight steps to more steps, and then the Tai Chi could have hundred of styles. We don't even call them steps, right? So because they are not one movement, it's a one movement, 8 movement. There's tons of movement. So do you have time, right? So they are enjoyable. So does that help?
Yeah, that's great. So a lot more movements in Tai Chi than Chi Gong, and it's about channeling that energy, which you also do in Tai Chi, but just a lot more movement. So it's a more aerobic exercise.
Well, they're nice. If you just pick one Tai Chi movement to do and not doing anything more, so that it can become like a Qigong movement. But if I want to complete a Tai Chi set, then I will have no time to think about how to move energy because I already too busy moving the arms and leg and coordination. So when we do the Qigong movement, basically we are in, say, one position. And then we won't be moving out. So whatever we are doing, we're not moving out. So we have the mind to focus on how to move the qi. That makes sense.
Yes, got it.
So the beautiful part is traditionally we say a qigong will be designed for the reasons of helping different health issues or general circulation or focus on one thing or another thing. So, and then they also have a prescription qigong, right? So we also have prescription qigong. Could be specifically what can I do if I have these issues, right? So basically it's all about improving the energy in that area. They could be starting from a movement that involves the arm for the arm movement. It could be an arm movement, stretching movement for the arm, and then thinking about energy of the arm. Or if I have, say, if people have an eye issue, so there will be eye movement, open eyes, closing eye. And that could be a Qigong for eye, because involving the eye movement. So if I have my ear has a deficiency, so I have a movement of the ear too, then I could be having my hand cover the ear and do something, and that help the ear hearing. The result, because it's been thousands of years, right? It has proven this helps one, and this may help that. So they're all really lovely. Do you think you have discipline to practice all of that? That's the next thing is discipline. You know it's good, but it's a discipline, commitment. It's the next thing, commitment. Why am I going to commit?
Yes, discipline, commitment's so big, and I know Ken is right into health, and Ken might like to comment on this discipline and commitment.
Why do I commit?
Yeah.
So knowing that it will give you better health, but do I want to commit? Do I want to commit? So that's why in general, people are practicing Qigong when they are not well. In generally not well. Because because you have to be, there's an urgency. That's when people practice urgent. But isn't that late? Sick and then practice. Isn't that late? So we are here speaking to the people is if people realizing how important health is because of the COVID, realizing that. So we say when we are not well, everything stops, right? All the business stops. People go to the hospital, everything stops. Nobody need to earn money anymore. They just need to be healthy. So that's to have that shift of mind, right? Is health is important enough so that it will not stop my business. If I'm not healthy, they will stop the business. So I will keep my health in a good shape so that my business will never be stopped. So that means money will never stop coming because you're maintaining your health, right? So if Qigong can become like a lifestyle, right? Then we need a lot of people that starting to talk about Qigong so that it become awareness lifestyle, and then everyone is happier because their health is better, and then more relaxed, so less anxiety, less depression because the energy is better, calmer. Will we make a commitment? 10 minutes, 15 minutes commitment a day.
Yeah, I love that. It's a practice, right? It's a practice. And Ken, I'd love you to talk about this, how important commitment and discipline is when you're looking at your overall health. Now, Qigong is one thing that can definitely help. However, also, I mean, you could be doing Qigong and you could be eating crappy food. You could be not exercising. How important have you found, Ken, with your clients and people you work with on a health perspective? And Ken, maybe you could share how much weight you lost so people have a background on.
Right.
Well, yeah. Exactly, Ken. You're right. You're a man, right? You represent the man here. So how can we have the man? That's the thing. How can we have the man to commitment? Because it's not about building business. Because men usually very committed to Qigong once they're committed. By the way, women are more scattered. But we have students that will give themselves on a 3-month challenge and practice every day. That Julie was one of them. So they will commit themselves. They're going to do it every day because they realize it's worth the time, right? But then how can we help people like Ken to commit? Tell me you can.
Well, it's interesting that as I, when I work with people, so I like what you say as far as it's a lifestyle, and that's the way it's got to be looked at. So, the same goes when you're trying to maybe lose some weight. Maybe you're trying to be in better health overall. A lot of people out there, they'll turn to a diet to lose weight. The problem with the diet is it's the wrong approach. It's the wrong way to think about it in the first place. It needs to be a journey. It needs to be a lifestyle. And it needs to be as such and for a period of time to where the changes and new habits and new things that you're adapting into your life have time to sink in and become part of who you are, because that's the key. It can no longer be about a quick fix. The problem with quick fixes and diets is that's a system out there that's literally designed to keep people in a hamster wheel. Anybody can lose 30, 40, 50 pounds. Anybody can go and lose that. The key to keeping it off, as I've been able to keep my weight off, is sustainable long-term changes, long enough to sink in and become part of who you are. Because then once you reach your weight goal, you stay there because you have mentally, psychologically changed into a different person. And so, I mean, that's how I've lost my weight. I lost my weight. I've lost 62.5 pounds, and I've kept it off for 6+ years now. And I lost my weight not by going on a diet. I lost my weight literally by taking that journey and doing it my way and doing it in a way that was sustainable.
Yeah.
The end result of that,
Yeah.
of that is I've been able to keep my weight off easily, effortlessly
Yes.
for 6+
So
years now.
Also, you are exercising self-love.
Yes.
So that's why the approach is I love myself. That's why I'm doing it. So that's it. So the Qigong is the same thing. Is when I'm practicing Qigong, I am enjoying the energy for myself to help me. So it's an act of self-love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we love ourselves, the practice of Qigong help you to love yourself deeper. So that go on to so the thoughts, start with the thoughts, changing the thoughts. What Ken was saying is changing the thoughts, right? And then I will gonna have a different making different decisions, and then I'll have different results, right?
Yeah, I love that. I love that self-love. And for those who are working out the conversion of 62 pounds, it's about 28 kilos for those who mention kilos more in Australia. That's massive. That is that's like a third of a lot of people's body weight, or depending how big you are. That is huge to keep that off for 6 years. And the thing is, with our languaging too, we don't like to say lose weight, right? Some people might like to say, well, I like to tone up, or however, it all comes back to self-love, like Teresa's saying here. So important. Everything comes back to self-love. I love myself enough that I exercise every day. I move my body every day, and I eat healthy.
It's a self-love. Yeah.
Self-love.
So, exactly. So it's an act of making a decision. Am I going to love myself more? And then I'm going to help my health more. So Qigong is something I haven't done. So maybe I'll start doing it. So that's when we say a woman may be busy with their life, but then by menopause time, isn't it about time to give more self-love since it's getting to that time? So that's why I am right now in my life, my main focus is helping a woman to work on better for themselves during menopause transition. So 40, 50, 60 will be more the audience that will be coming to me. And then we also understand that women, we like to talk.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
we
so
do.
so we have an all-woman class, like week after week, all woman. So the woman also can make friends and talk and practice of Qigong. So we do have a class coming up end of June that welcome women to experience a free class. That's June 26th. Yeah. Oh, actually work for Australia because it's at night at 7 o'clock. That is your Thursday morning, isn't it? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that can work too. And
great.
but that is for all woman class, and then we also have other class. If Ken wants to join, like a free class by way 8 o'clock Toronto time on Tuesday, and then Sunday at 10 o'clock. Just men and women can join, and then also, very wonderful. So life is about trying to do something before late, being too late. So if I'm gonna say what calling woman is, in USA the statistics is 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer already. And then in Canada, it's 78 women will be diagnosed breast cancer every day. So we were thinking isn't it nice that we help ourselves sooner? Isn't that nice? Because being a woman, I would say that being a woman, we are using the heart chakra so much to run our life. And this is the heart chakra, the breast is here, right? And then this energy here needs to be helped. And it's part of loving ourselves, right? And then welcome woman to check this out. And then welcome, like Ken, for instance, go to our website. There's free Qigong video there too. And just press the button. There's free Qigong there, right on the website.
Beautiful. That's definitely worth checking out. So purelandqigong.com is now spelled out for those on audio who are going to be tuning into the podcast later. Pureland is PureLandQigong.com. So you can check out some free Qigong over there and pop along to one of these free classes. So this one, June 26th, is just for women. However, there are other ones that guys can attend. And I'm curious about this. You are one of only you're in the 1% of women that actually teach Qigong. So why is it such a male-dominated area, Teresa?
I thank you for the question. No, the Chinese, the Qigong started like 5,000 years ago, right? And then in China, we have a lot of wall. It's a very big area, so everywhere around want more resources. There's a lot of fighting around. But as a Chinese, we are actually, man, if it's not man, it's woman. So woman is really not safe to go outside. It's war all the time, So, and then in general, you will see that men will be interested to do martial arts, the Kung Fu, right? They have no video games yet. So because they have martial arts all the time, more physical, so of course they have to go out to the teacher to learn, but the woman will have no chance to go out to learn, because to keep the population have enough men, usually women will get married at 15 years old, right? If not 13. So even the men, they will all get married by 17. But then they will have to go to the war and farming business, and that woman will be stuck with the babies, right? Children, taking care of the in-laws, sew shoes, make the clothes, cooking. So how would they have time for spiritual practices? They're all stuck with children already. You need time to practice Qigong. There would be no time to practice Qigong. Do you agree? No time.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because being a top table tennis player back in my early days, we had a Chinese coach for the Australian national team back when I was going back quite a while, 35 years ago or so, when I was a teenager. And we went to China a few times when I was training with the, Chinese academy over there. And I remember in China, it was kind of like entering a different world. It was, we went in winter, but I remember first thing in the morning, there would be all these people in the street, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, that would be practicing Tai Chi. Or maybe it was
Tai Chi, yes.
Tai Chi, massive in China. And I was kind of shocked seeing all these people in the back alleys and all through the streets doing Tai Chi.
And then usually will be men teaching too, because the women, women are too busy with the home thing. They will not spend the time to try to learn something. And besides that, women are not really encouraged to leave home in old days. Even these days, in the modern time, when women finish working, they go home, still have to do cooking and etc. So how would they commit the time to try to build a Qigong practice? It's not trying to build Qigong practice. It's trying to not making money. Really, it's like a hobby kind of thing. But men is different. Men will commit to their hobby like a job. It's just men and women. It's different. That's why men can be very successful with Qigong, because once they like that hobby, it becomes like a job to them. The men will sit down on the TV to watch basketball game, right? Hockey game. They really committed. They sit right there. But did you see a woman sit there 2 hours on a game? No, we will not. Our mind is on other things. So we're looking for more women committed with the Qigong. So we need more to go into this teaching stuff, right?
Yeah, and men are designed to, I guess inherently back in the day, guys were hunters. They were focusing on one thing, that to go out and hunt the animal, right? Whereas women would be, as you say, we're more scattered as women. We tend to, we go pick up the berries and go into the bush and have our little conversations, etc. So guys are more minds to be focused. I think more it's easier for guys to focus probably instinctively than women.
But I would say that in the old days, women are not encouraged to leave home, so they're not encouraged to learn things elsewhere. It's not safe to go outside. And then we will also, in the Chinese, we will name a woman that go out a lot as a not nice woman. So because they are too, they're too social. A good woman stay at home and, nice, beautiful, and then and then they're not encouraged to go out really, because good women don't need to go out. Because if you have a family well off, you don't need to go out to make business or anything. That's really something very lovely with men and women in China. The men are taught to serve the family. So they wouldn't want the woman to go out to work. They just want to provide to the woman. The man is like that.
Right.
So women going out, they shouldn't be going out. They should be raising children at 14, 15. They have children right away. So you want to raise lovely family, and that's the role that we split, right? There's nothing wrong with just a split of the role.
Yeah, and that's the
these days are different. These days, men and women work at the same time.
Yes.
So we encourage women to look at Chi Gong can be a practice. You can do healing practice on Zoom. We teach that too. I train people how to do Zoom healing 1 year program. So they learn how to do healing work. So it's very interesting how it works. If people want to have a healing session, some of our graduates will be happy to provide one to you too. Welcome. Wonderful. You check it out, write us. We'll find healers that want to help to give some energy online. We do demonstration, a session, a 15-minute, and often we don't mind doing it free, just to share.
Oh, I love it. And you did a session with me actually, which I loved. And it's amazing how this healing can, you don't have to be in the same room. You can do healing right across the world just by, channeling into this energy, right?
Well, healing actually, the healing is controlling yourself about how you like your body to respond. So if you keep on thinking, if you keep on spending the time thinking, somewhere in your body can be lighter. If you spend enough time on it, then your circulation will improve there, then it will become lighter because your mind is switching to your body instead of work to do, things to do, right? So it's about going back to yourself. It's very. So the other thing about Qigong, we're more talking about Qigong helping maybe physical things, but then we like people to know that Qigong is very good at balancing emotions without trying to be too detailed. Is that the practice afterwards will make you feel emotionally more balanced. Yes. And then there are different ways of visualizing a bit different. That's when I wrote my book, Unlocking Your Happiness Within, Living the Life You Choose with Qigong. And it's a whole book on how to practice for balancing emotions. Because when we felt terrible, we don't talk with people really, right? We just close up ourselves too. Then we can use a book to start reading about. If we want to feel better, there's a book to talk about how to breathing for feelings, really. So
I love that. I love that because emotional intelligence is so important nowadays, and it's something that seems to be greatly lacking is emotional intelligence. And I think if we can come into this calm state, whether it's Qigong or Tai Chi or meditation or whatever it is that you use to access this calm state of mind to actually be able to then translate that into emotional intelligence, I think it is so crucial as a foundational thing that helps people live a great life.
Now, I have a question for you because, okay, so when I walked away just a few minutes ago to go relieve myself, my mom, which is our biggest fan, like she watches every one of our shows faithfully. And so, yeah, she's in the next room listening to our show now.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, say hi to her. She asked me the question, how can she get your book? And so what I want to ask you, because I see that there's 3 different books on your website. What book would you recommend for her to get if she wants to start learning how to practice this um this Qi Gong? What would you recommend for her to start? What book would you recommend for her to get to start learning how to do it on her own?
Thank you. So, well, if she want to a book that give encouragement, maybe she's not quite understand what energy practice mean. What is energy, right? So the
Hmm.
life force will give her a lot of encouragement because there's a lot of references inside about energy work, color energy, or Reiki or whatever. There's a little thing on many things. And then there's lots of testimonials on people, how they got better. So what did they recover from? And then there's a short Qigong practice inside the book. So it's not a book to read how to do a complicated Qigong practice. It's how to do some simple movements.
That's
So if
exactly what she'd be looking for, because she's not a
oh,
complicated kind of
yeah,
person.
exactly.
She
So
likes things very simple. And
exactly,
actually, I'm kind of the same mind frame. A lot of
exactly.
times I'll get a book, and
Yes,
the book is so hard to understand and technical. I
exactly.
feel like going, "Hey, is there an
Yeah,
English version of this?" You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. So the thing with me is simple. Everything with me is simple. I like to make complicated things simple. So you
Yes.
can be just following the YouTube. There's 1 minute Qigong on YouTube. YouTube, tons of them. One movement, how to breathe. One movement. And then if you really like to hold a book in the hand, then the life force, the few pages on how to do Qigong practice is very simple.
Hmm.
And that's when some people say, how come your book has so little things about how to practice Qigong? Because that's exactly what can, I think there's enough book to make Qigong very complicated already. And I think I can have a book to make it more simple. And that
Yeah.
actually simple works, right? So you don't need to read all the history, how Qigong was created. I don't need that in my book, really. I just want to encourage people when they're not well, they need someone to tell them Qigong works. That's why I like the people, some sharing of the stories in the book, and that the practice is not difficult. So if people are don't even want movement, for instance, is it movement? I don't even want to move my hand much or something. Then Qigong can be just for breathing work. Then the unlocking your happiness within. That book, the visualization does not need the hand to move at all. It's all about how to think. And that could be a good release, very simple, but it works. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's really, we have all the tools people can use if they want. So so many tools that I wish I had when I was at my time. Because complicated things about Qigong's everywhere. But I was just thinking, when things are so complicated, people won't do them really. So we need things simple. Just give me 1-2 movement. That's it. I just do that 1-2 movements.
Hmm.
So one movement, one movement, one movement. So this can be your mom's exercise. Help the lung, open hand, closing hand. It's wonderful for the lung. Well, if you look at the clock, you do say 30 times. So my YouTube channel is like this, one movement. Relax and one movement. Or I can be doing a movement of, very simple. Thinking about energy and bringing some energy to me, one movement. So isn't that awesome? That's maybe what moms do, just follow the YouTube channel, is not get a book. Maybe when she wants to understand me more, she can buy a book. I love
I'll definitely have to look up some of your videos on the YouTube channel and send them her way. She's not really good at looking up stuff like that, so I'll
It's okay.
probably be sending her videos from your channel and stuff. But she
Yeah.
she wants she would like to get that book. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, just get the book Life Force. It's nice because to read Life Force is not difficult at all. You just basically the part on Chi Gong is focused in a chapter already. So she just look at that chapter for the Chi Gong movement. Yeah, that's really good.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. And I just want to thank everyone who's joined us live. We will be wrapping up shortly. So if you have any questions for Teresa, pop them in the chat now. Let us know where you're joining us from. We'd love to hear from you. We've got Bems Paman Ipura here. We've got Laura Fernando Rango, Mum's the Chef, Reset with Pamela, Kids Canada, Let's Think About An Sanreet, Guarded Body here on Instagram. We've got DJ Mascara, John Perry, Robert Marl, good to see you. He's sending us some love. Actor Gavin Jones is with us. The Real Petaraf has joined us. Mustan Sarik Bal. And also Out Came the Sun has joined us on Instagram. Hello, hello. And for those on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, LinkedIn, hello to you. Julie said here, she says it's late in Michigan. So she's enjoyed the program. She's off to bed. Hopefully she'll be sleeping a lot better now because she's probably doing some of this Chi Gong now before she goes to bed. Or Chi Gong in bed. And now when you're in bed, Teresa, when you're doing Chi Gong in bed, you don't need to sort of move your arms around, do you, when you're doing Chi Gong? How do you do
bed? When you're in bed, there's a video on how to sleep too on the YouTube channel. So when you go to bed, first you have to make a decision. When you go to bed, are you going to sleep? Because people don't sleep when they go to bed, they think.
Oh, yes.
Can you finish all your thinking before you go to your bed first? That would be the mind. So finish everything you need to think before you go to bed and not lying down and start thinking. So that's a habit to change first. So I even ask people, maybe you can write down all your problems instead of trying to solve your problems lying in bed. And then after that, they can do some breath work. So they're ready to sleep, then they can do some breath work when they're sleeping. It's not trying to think, right? So nobody tells me that's why I would spend 45 minutes thinking when I lie down in bed. Oh, no, I finish all the work, everything, and lie down to bed, then I'm still processing. So man and woman is the same. In the evening, ideally, first of all, if people have a sleeping problem, is at least 2 hours before you sleep, don't look at social media stuff because that helps you to keep thinking again. So it help you to worry more. So you want to go back to a peace of mind before you sleep. Peace of mind means I finished for the day. I've done everything I've done in my day. I'm a good girl. I worked very hard today already. And now it's the time to rest. So, okay, if you have anything to process it before you go to your bed. And then when you lie in bed, then you can start about breathing in, breathing out, and then think about every part of the body, relax, and keep going, relax. You know how people will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in bed, right? Oh, right? So,
yes.
So we don't count 1, 2, 3. We actually will slow down the breath. Slow down the breath is slow down anxiety. Anxiety is like this, right? So breathe in, breathe out. Relax the head. My shoulder, breathe in, breathe out. Relax my shoulder. The chest, breathe in, breathe out. Relax my chest. My abdomen, breathe in, breathe out. I connect with mind to my abdomen. And I can continue my arms, breathe in, breathe out. My legs, breathe in, breathe out. And I can start again from my head, breathe in, relax my head. So you keep on trying to bring your mind back to you. Then slowly you may stop thinking about things and go back to yourself and keep telling yourself to relax. So it's the mindset is switching to it's time to calm down, to relax. So even people waking up at the middle of the night, they can be doing a Chi Gong practice. So one of the things people may be doing is they wake up at night, they keep on lying in bed. They can't sleep, they lie in bed. For me, that is wasting our time. We should get out of bed and practice Qigong. So I make energy when I don't sleep much. I'll get out and practice, make some energy. So the next day I will still have enough energy, although I sleep less.
Amazing.
That doesn't help us to be better, really. And,
yeah. Fantastic. Well, I was actually feeling like falling asleep as you were actually doing that. I was going into hypnotic state here. There's a relaxation coming from your beautiful voice and energy there.
Slow down, breathe in, breathe out. So my YouTube channel is all like this: breathe in, breathe out,
breathe out.
Really like that.
I love it. Breathe in, breathe out. It's such a simple thing, isn't it, that we're often not conscious of.
Like that, breathe in and just really breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. So life is better when we practice Qigong, even a 5-10 minutes of Qigong. When we finish, we feel physically better, emotional better. And then we'll say it help you to attract good things in your life. Your energy is calmer. You attract better energy when you're calmer, right?
Absolutely.
It's a vibrating better frequency.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those who know Dr. Hawkins' Scale of Consciousness, which you can find inside the Conscious Community Global Facebook group, in there you will see a map of consciousness, and you will see that the highest vibrations that we have as human beings are peace and enlightenment, right? Peace, we're at 600 hertz. Enlightenment is 700 hertz above. And when we do Qigong, we're expanding our energy. We've got much higher frequency than if we're sort of stuck in shame, grief, guilt, anger, fear, very low vibration. So what we're doing is we're helping to rise above it all and to tap into that beautiful universal energy that is within all of us and around all of us, I believe.
Yeah, so perfect. It's about flowing the qi, like a part of our life is keep moving forward, right? So our life is we drive, we set the GPS, then we arrive, right?
Yes.
So when did you set a GPS for your health so that you arrive? So you still have to set your GPS. So that's why commitment is what do I want? Am I willing to set a goal for my health, right? And that require all kinds of things: sleeping better, eating better, drink more water, and then a better mindset. And then Qigong practice could be a way to add on if you haven't done that, which is I think it's really worth the time to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kids Canada is saying here on Instagram, love that Qigong supports our physical and mental health. And they say there that Master Teresa and her students have taken Qigong to Uganda, which is absolutely wonderful. And they're also saying here, I'm not sure if these are your students here, we've got Andre Misiak Chi runs a free Qigong class Tuesdays, 8 a.m. EST. And also we've got Chi with Jacqueline runs Sunday classes at 10 a.m. EST as well. They're all in Instagram. We've got Out Came the Sun says, like meditation, giving the mind a rest. And so true, meditation gives us energy. Kids Canada, thanks so much for sharing. Our pleasure, Kids Canada. Tim Gillette Rock says, good to see you. Fantastic. So any other final questions, comments, please let us know in the live chat wherever you're joining us from right now. So if people want to hop along, of course, you've got your class. Just share again about your class on June 26th, please, and we'll share that up on the screen. Teresa.
Yeah. So the last 2 years, I feel that for my age, it's about time to focus on more for women. That's why I was thinking. So I started to put women into a class and no men, right? So then we really find that it's, let's say, entertaining to talk more freely. And then we can talk about how to help the breast energy, how to help the uterus energy, or the endocrine system. And then we're more free talking with our all-woman class. So the June 26 is the first class of our 6-week series. And I welcome women to experience some Chi Gong in a woman's community. And if that will be a new add-on to women's life. I believe that, I believe a lot of women, like Aldwyn, you do have many things you want to achieve still in your life, right?
Right? Yeah, absolutely. I'm just getting started. I've just turned 50 and I'm just getting started, I feel.
No, we need more energy. We need support. We need other people say, do it, go and do it. So a woman community can give that push too. So when you're always to be in a class, we welcome you. Okay.
Thank you. And there are all men classes, Kids Canada is telling us here. There are all men classes too, Ken, on
I don't know. Well, when we do all men class, we group the men just for all men class when there are requests. But in general, the ongoing thing is on women. But then the man has to pull together, because woman is like a community. The men want a target result. They're coming for a target. So the men come to the class, you should give them a target. So they're working on something. That's why they come to the class. And then it's a little bit different.
That was wonderful. And I saw Ken just left the stage as we said there's all men's class. He went off to do a men's class straight away.
Yeah, sorry. I went to go swipe to the next screen on my desktop, and instead of going to the next screen, it sent the browser back, and so it kicked me out. So I was like, oh, that's nice, but hey, at least I was able to make a quick recovery.
Yes. All good, all good. And we've got Pooja Deepak Kachawa has joined us here on Instagram. He says hello. Look, whether men or women, I think, I like the old tribal days. The men went out with the men and went hunting. The women went out with the women and went gathering the seeds and the nuts and the fruit, etc. And then they all come back together and they all party together around the fireplace, right? I like that idea. Have a dance and a sing around the fireplace and come back together. I mean, nowadays a lot of people don't know whether they're male or female, as we know. That's all getting very confused out there. However, we do know that you have certain body parts that you're born with, which generally make you male or female. If you have those body parts that are female body parts, then come along to what about if people identify as women, Teresa? What do you do with they identify as female? Do you allow them in the women's class?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Or if they've got male bits and identify as females, then hop along there. Oh my gosh. I do joke because nowadays, honestly, it's just so confused. They don't know he, them, she, when, who, how. It's just all very confused. But anyway, we won't go down that rabbit hole right now. This is all part of the woke agenda, right? The woke agenda that we won't go down right now. However, obviously the work you do is amazing, Teresa. So please check her stuff out. Go along. Now, June 26th, what time is it in Canadian time? And people can work out the conversion.
It's 7:00 ET.
7 p.m. ET, which will be for Aussies,
Eastern
I'd say.
Standard Time.
Aussies will be probably around, I'd say it would be around noon, about midday, June 27 for us here in Australia. Okay, so check it out there. It's a Pure Land Chi Gong, which is PureLandQigong.com. And Teresa, for others, so they can get a free healing as well. They can do a bit of a taste test and see what that's like. And other ways that they can work with you. What are some other things that you recommend?
I guess people have enough information to make some decision. Just go to the website and think about what calls you to do.
Yeah, great. Trust your intuition on that one.
Yeah.
And Teresa, we always like to ask as we're starting to wrap up our show, do you have a favorite quote or motto that you live by, or something you'd like to share with us today? A favorite quote or motto?
Well, we'll say change the energy, keep the change.
Oh, I love that. Change the energy, keep the change.
Because
Beautiful.
people is not keeping the change. They change and they return to the same thing. But then if you hang around with the Chi Gong, you can keep them.
Yes.
Change the energy, the change. It's actually a website too. Change the energy, keep the change.com is the woman's Chi Gong website.
Change the energy, keep the change. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And that's where discipline
Yeah.
and being consistent is so important with anything we do. And I must say, I love meditating now. I had a lot of trouble with meditating for many years because I had so much going on in my mind, and I now love it. And in fact, if you know, that is time for me every morning. I do 5-10 minutes, even just whatever I can get in my day. I'll just do a few minutes in the morning, and I absolutely love it. And when I stopped doing it a month ago, I went to the Philippines. I got very sick when I went to the Philippines, and I was racing from here to there at a business conference. I stopped doing it and I got sick. So this is how important it is to keep the discipline of keeping regular exercise, and whether it's Chi Gong or whatever it is you do, those healthy habits, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in all ways, make the world of difference to how you do life. Thank you, Teresa. Anything you want to add to that before we go over to Ken and how we can connect with Ken? No, nothing more to add to that. Okay, Ken, we'll go over to you. I think Teresa just taking all that in. Thank you, Teresa. It's absolutely lovely to have you on the show. It's been really wonderful, and love those exercises too. So it's been very insightful. Ken, how can people connect with you, my co-host?
Well, you can connect with me through my link tree. Before I get into that with my link tree, one of the main reasons why you would want to connect with me is because I've lost 62.5 pounds and I've kept it off for 6+ years now, easily, sustainably, without a diet. I am a faith-based weight loss coach, and I empower my clients to master their weight and health goals through a 7-part framework and applying Christian principles that ignites them to achieve mastery in sustainably keeping the weight off, just like I have done, all without a diet. So, if you would like to get to know me a little bit more and give me the chance to get to know you a little bit more, what I would like you to do is in my link tree is a link to book an appointment with me. I don't bite. I'm not going to high pressure sell you at all. I would just love the opportunity to give you some tips, to give you a good place to start, to clear up maybe some confusion you've had or different things like that, because this industry is literally throwing all kinds of mixed messages at people, and it can be hard actually to find your way through all that. Well, I can help you with that. So give me that chance, at least just for the first call. At least, I mean, the first call is going to be free, and let's connect. So, and then secondly, in my link tree is going to be a there's a link in there to go check out my website. I have a blog section on my website, some really insightful articles that have just recently been written on there. Check that out. And then there's all the other things on my website that you can check out too, including a free masterclass, which is only an hour and 15 minutes. Great stuff. My link tree is www.linktr.ee/fatfighterken. And lastly, Aldwyn, I'm going to beat you to it, my quote. So I did look up some quotes for this particular subject today, and one of them really stuck out. So I'm going to share this one. Chi Gong is like a beautiful flowing river. If you let it flow naturally, it brings life to everything it touches.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ken. I love that. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant, I must say. And for those who want to connect with me, go along to my link tree, which you will find at Linktree, linktr.ee/Aldwyn, linktr.ee/Aldwyn. You will find there my calendar link. You will find a whole lot of free resources on how to be seen, heard, and known through the mass media. I run a publicity PR company, media company on the Gold Coast, work with clients worldwide. And I've got a free event coming up called How to Build a Global Brand. So if you're ready to step it up, level up, go next level, hop along in just 9 days' time, June 20. It's going to be 11 a.m. 12, no, 11, no, this one's 12. This one's a bit late. This one we're doing at 12 noon till 1:30 p.m., 90-minute webinar, how to build a global brand. And for those in America, it's going to be the day before. So it'll be June 19. It'll be your around 7 p.m. around that time. Check out the conversion there. And you'll find the link for that. You can register on my Linktree there, Linktree/Aldwyn. We're on Humanitix, Eventbrite, all the great places to get your Zoom link. It is free to do that. So hop along and let's hang out for some time in about 9 days' time from now. Hang out and let's talk about how to build your global brand. And then also every month we have the Global Good News Challenge, which is a great way to also increase your energy, frequency, and vibration, is to get into gratitude. And this is a way you can practice gratitude every single month on a live video. Check out the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. On the top is all the details. And now being in the 6th month, we are in June, we have a 6-day challenge. The challenge to share gratitude and good news for 6 days in a row. And we share your challenge videos to thousands of people. You can win great prizes as well. So check that out. And all the other amazing links in there. Let's connect. Check out my YouTube channel as well. If you haven't seen Aldwyn Altuney Media Queen TV, have over 1,200 videos in there. And there's some really funny ones I've popped in there. Some of my favorite comedies of all time I've popped in there as well. So if you want a bit of a good laugh, go in there and see what you think of some of the funny videos I've put in there, as well as other amazing inspirational interviews we've done on Media Queen TV, as well as Media Mavens Show, which I co-host with a lady from Germany as well. That's just some of them. And my quote today is, there is a Chi Gong saying that when the intent, or the yi, Y-I, when the intent or the Y-I arrives, the chi, or the life force, arrives. So this means that the more your mind is focused on what you are doing, the more chi you can develop and control. So having that intention behind what you do is so important. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, X. Thank you. Let us know what you got out of the show today. What are some gems that you've learned? And if you've liked what you've seen, please share the love. Like our Total Truth Show Facebook page. Check us out on the podcast platforms, Spotify, etc. You'll find us everywhere. Just Google Total Truth Show and let's connect. Stay connected. And if you want to talk about being a guest on one of our shows too, then reach out, book a call with myself or Ken as well on our calendar links there. Any final words, Teresa, before we wrap up, or Ken?
So I'm just grateful for able to share something with some of you, and I hope it will add some value to your life.
Yes, thank you so much, Teresa. Ken, any final words?
No, that's it.
That's it. It's a wrap. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, it's a wrap. Clap for everyone today. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on Total Truth Show very soon. Have a beautiful night or day wherever you are in the world. We'll see you again. Thank you so much. Thank you, Teresa. Philip says marvelous. Thank you, Philip, on LinkedIn. Philip Cosas is in the house. Thank you, Philip. Thank you. Hello and goodbye for now. See you next time.